So in this video, what I'm going to show is how I make pine needle tea. Now I have posted with this several recipes that people show that they do it, but they don't really get it as hot. And actually they recommend not getting it as hot as I'm going to. But what was explained to me by people who make pine needle tea all the time is that you have to get it hotter to really get the chemicals released from it. And so they actually recommended methods like this. So first off, I'm not going to show you this, but I'm going to show you two ways to do it. This here is what is found in a solo cup, which is a really probably one of the best types of Keurig devices that there are. This is a newer one. I got this online. This is one of the first ones I got many years ago. See, I still have it. It works just awesome. So those I've used, and at times will use in my Keurig. Just fill them full with the pine needles. These are the pine needles that I use. I harvested this myself. This is from either a longleaf pine or a ponderosa pine. I suspect it's more longleaf because we're not living out in the Pacific Northwest right now. And so this is what I'm going to be using. And then this is a Bialeti, which most of you may be familiar with using this with making coffee. And this is not a video to tell you how to use a Bialeti, but some of it will certainly show you this. So I'm going to pause for a minute here. So I've taken the Bialeti apart and I filled it with hot water, as hot as I could get it from the faucet. You can see it goes up to the bottom level, which is this part right here, or in the middle of it. And then I'm putting this container in here. You can fill this up to about here normally, like if you were making coffee or whatever, and you're going to see how much I fill it with the pine needles. So now I'm going to demonstrate. This is about 1/4 a cup of pine needles. Actually, that's a little more than what I normally would fill it with, but I'm going to use this for demonstration here so you can see. And then I'm also going to, screw this on. I can't really demonstrate that well and hold the video at the same time. So it's all hooked up. I turn the water on hot. Now most of you who are used to using a Bialeti for coffee or espresso, you do need to have this with hot water in the bottom to get everything going right, and you have to rinse it out well and clean it well each time and that kind of thing. So it takes a little bit of time for this to really heat up. I'm going to put this like this so that and pause the video for just a moment until it starts to boil up here so I can show you what it looks like here as it boils. So as this is starting to boil, I want to describe a little bit about the pine needles that I used here. The pine needles around here have three pine needle leaves to each whatever you call it that it has, and I will put some links below or some information in this video once I confirm exactly what type of pine needle it is, or pine tree. But pine trees can be real helpful, like for infection and health and different things like that. Now it's starting to boil. See that? There we go. Now I'm going to close this as it gets to be boiling too hard because I just don't like splatters. But you can see what it's doing there. See? So I close it up because I think that's just the best. When it's about that sound, I turn it off so that it's still boiling, but I'm not getting it excessive. So, and there you have what it looks like. It's pretty clear. Sometimes I will add a blend that's called Herbs for Pain Tea, for pain, and I'll add that to it, or maybe some others. Oh, I could smell the pine. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do now. It depends on your preference as to how long you would want it there, but see, I'm pouring it into some cups, and there's honey in the cups. There. And this will be for 2 people to start the day with some good immunity in their system. There we have it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot. Bye.